And today I want to teach what I wanted to teach last week on little foxes. Say amen. And I'm going to have part 1, part 2, and part 3. Hallelujah. And I want us to also take note that our convention, prayer breakfast convention, will be coming on very soon. It will be a Tuesday, the first Tuesday of June, the second Wednesday of June, and the third Thursday of June. And we have 3 speakers. And the theme of that convention is the prophetic blessings. The prophetic blessings. And take note, during those 3 days, you must bring a token of what you do, because we are going to lift it up one more time before God and pronounce prophetic blessings on the work you are doing for you to gather speed. Are you listening to me? There will be handbills shared. Invite friends. Don't be weary in coming. Coming here every Tuesday is not a joke, but God is going to prove to you that time spent in His presence is not futility. It's not like you have just wasted your time or future, but time spent in His presence is profitable. So don't let the enemy deceive you that this thing I'm going, what am I looking for? It's a strategy of the enemy to cut you off from your blessings. So keep coming, keep believing God, and at the end you will see the faithfulness of God. Say amen. I want to read a scripture from the Song of Solomon. It's not a very familiar text that we read. Songs of Solomon, or Songs of Songs. Songs of Songs. Chapter number 2, and I'm reading from verse number 15. Song of Songs, chapter 2, verse 15. Let me read from 14 first. Oh, my dove, thou art the clefts of the rock, in the secret places of the stairs. Let me see thy countenance. Let me hear thy voice. For sweet is thy voice, and thy countenance is comely. Now verse 15, my text. Take us the foxes, the little foxes that spoil the vines, for our vines have tender grapes. Say amen. Take us the foxes, the little foxes that spoil the vine. Take note, the adjective you use there, little foxes that spoil the vine. You can have a very beautiful vineyard with grapes, but little foxes can spoil the vine. Say amen. What can destroy your business may not be big, but very little things can spoil the business. Say amen. And for the next 3 weeks, I'll be talking about things that can spoil your business. You are praying, you are fasting, believing God, but there are certain things you must observe, certain things you must watch out. They may be little foxes, but they can spoil the vine. Are you here with me? Yeah. One of the things that can spoil your business is a poor administration. Is what? A poor administration. One day I heard Dr. Mensah made a statement. The statement was very controversial, but it is true. He said, Otabo said, fornication doesn't spoil a ministry. Adultery doesn't spoil a ministry. Then he said, what's number one spoiler of a business, a ministry, is poor administration. And I thought about it, and I realized that to some extent, it is true. There are businessmen who have married and have other concubines, but the business is still striving. There are businessmen who have wives, the business is moving on. there are business women who have boyfriends, but the business is moving on. I'm not saying that as a businessman going to have more wives, but I'm trying to say that it doesn't necessarily spoil the business. Dr. Mensah was teaching, and I saw the wisdom in it. That is why there are some Kwewu men who have many wives. But if you go to the Kwewu business, the guy is building houses. There are certain things that spoil business. A very poor administration. Say amen. It's a major principle in business. When you have a business, but there is no administration, there's no secretary, there's no accounting, there is nothing. You are the accountant, secretary, you are everything of the business. It's a one-man business. You don't observe protocols in the business. You ignore certain legitimate structures by which business thrive. These are foxes that can spoil the vine. Say amen. When somebody comes into your business, that comes to your saloon, or comes to where you sew, or comes to whatever you do, what is the first impression? Who does he or she sees? Say amen. Yeah. They enter your arena of business. There's nobody at the entrance. There's nobody at the desk is empty. The secretary didn't come. There's nothing. When the sales are made, it is loaded in your pocket. From there you remove chop money. From there you remove this or that. There is no proper accountability. Structures are not in your business. So although you are praying and fasting, we are anointing you, your poor administration is spoiling the business. Say amen. Poor administration is spoiling the business. There's no order. There's no proper accounting procedure. There's no proper banking. Administratively, you are weak or poor or non-existent. It can spoil your business. No matter the prophetic word you are receiving. Say amen. So, as we are praying and anointing your business, you must also put structures in place by which the Lord can bless. Say amen. When I enter your business, I shouldn't see your grandmother lying in front of your grandmother has come to lay kete in front of the shop. I shouldn't come and see that. I shouldn't come and see your grandmother lying in front of the shop. And the baby poo-pooing by the side, and the baby's caught, and then there is they are cooking some yam and some cotton breast stew also on the other corner, in front of the business. Business is business. Take away all these social things to the house or something. Keep the place and let the place look business-like. I shouldn't come to your office and see you with you and your children sitting around the table in front of the shop eating. Hey, you are welcome. Okay, you see that atmosphere, the smell of the cake in front of the business. Me, the person coming to do business with you, it will put me off. It will put me off. Important people will not come and trade with you. I will not enter a saloon, or I will not do how do you call it, pedicure in a shop where I can't see hygienic things around. There's a lady who comes to do my nails and my whatever. When she comes, it's a whole entourage. Her setup is something else. I like her to do my nails because of the things she brings. She sterilizes her things. She does all my nails, polish them, do my feet, do whatever. Then she puts my feet into a bag and plug it in electricity. Then the bag is hitting my legs. I say, for that, I'm increasing the amount you are charging me. I said, what does he do? He said, to close the pores. Everything she is doing, I asked her, why do you do it? Why do you do that? Why do you put my hands in this? Why do you use this chemical? What? I'm questioning. And she's telling me the way you do it. Ask my wife. Nobody touches my nails except this lady. Because of the way she has what? Packaged herself. I used to have one woman who used to come. I sacked her one time. The towels were not neat. I could smell something in the towels. These are used things. So I said, I don't want to see this. Then I got another pregnant lady who comes with a baby. Then she was come. Hey, Janya, oh yeah, no. Janya. I told my wife, I don't want to see this woman here again. You have come to do a job for me. You have brought a baby, and ask my wife, every 2 minutes, and then we have to break biscuits into. I said, honey, give this baby some food to eat, so that the woman can. And she will take time, and she's pregnant, and she's dull. If you can be pregnant, but you can also be very smart, because pregnancy is not sickness. Be very businesslike. I sacked her one time. Then I got this latest one. I love this latest one. Do you see the way you package administratively, the way you do your things? When people do business, you give receipt. Those things, they are little foxes. Lack of those things are little that can spoil the business. Is somebody hearing me? Spiritual things are spiritual, but you must also you must also observe protocols, legitimate things you must do. And you see, there are people endowed with giftings who can help manage your business for you. There are gifted people who can set it up, set your accounts, set administration, set things, set your books, put things in order that can enhance your business. If you don't know it, you ask for help, and help will be given to you. You pay a fee for someone. Look, when we started the ministry, the ministry was going higher in technology. There are some softwares we have to buy to inculcate into our ministry. There are things that we have to bring people. We have to employ people to come and handle. Because when I started the ministry, myself and a few guys, Charlie, it was prayer. And then suddenly the ministry exploded. Not the ministry exploded, no. We have to put structures in place. We have to employ a secretary. We have to get a full-time accountant. We have to create an IT department. We have to create this. We have to create that. Then those things, look, the latest lady who is working at our accountant, when she came, her salary has to be pegged, and her salary has to be pegged according to her qualification, and we have to pay her because she has brought in her skills to come and work. To put the church, so that the church is not spirit. Just spirit. But when offerings are collected, then the offerings are put in the big table. Then we are sorting the offerings, and then we are sharing the offering. No way. Our accounts are audited by Deloitte and Touche. When they audit your account, the bill they will give you, you'll be very happy. Now government has come with another law, withholding of tax. We are implementing it. We are withholding. People are fighting the withholding of taxes, but we have to do it because they sued us to the court that we were owing 600,000 because we didn't withhold taxes when we were building this thing. They came and calculated it in charges 600,000. Proper administration. It is a major platform for your business to thrive. Some of you need to employ. You see, you are afraid of employing a secretary or an accountant or whatever. You are afraid to create a small staff. Create it. Nobody should come to your business. There's no staff at all. It's just you. Say, I hear you, Pastor. You will never come to my compound and come and see my administrator wearing a t-shirt on Tuesday morning. They've written "relax" on the t-shirt. It can't happen. Have you ever seen it before? Where's my administrator? Is he here? Be on your feet. This is his standard dressing. His suit and tie. The dressing is standard. My deputy, my deputy will appear here very soon. I can guarantee you, it is suit and tie. All my guys, either you are wearing a shirt. When you wear a we will just look at you right now and fire you out of the place. You can't just dress anyhow and work. Some people have joined the church. He said, Reverend, when I came to church, I like the order. Things are done orderly. Things are clean. I like your guy. That's why. It's not because I heard a very powerful sermon. No. Order. If you come to church, and when you come, we are all wearing some Joromibi, and we are all wearing asplate, chalewote, and we are preaching, and we are spreading the money on the table. Will you continue to come to church? I can assure you, if you go to my office right now, you want to Google or you want to check the things you join the church, the tithe you have paid. They will print all. If you can carry it home, they will print all for you. Every money, unless you didn't write your name and put your number, it is in the system. You can go to the account department and print and say, I want a printout of all my tithe from 2008 till date. They will print it out for you. It's in records. Administration. I see you having a proper administration. You yourself, as the CEO of your company, dress well. Do what? Dress well. My chief of staff is Pastor Stanley. He's the chief of staff. He said, you are not supposed to wear suit. You wear what you want to wear, but wear decent things and come to office. So that's the way I dress and come to office. I'm the only person who is allowed to do that. As the GO. Charles, is it not true? Yeah. Everybody else, be pepe. Say amen. Proper administration. When you have poor administration, your business can easily go down. Secondly, little foxes. The second little fox that can spoil your vine is bad attitude towards work. Negative and a bad attitude towards work. The way we speak, the way we deliver, the things we say, attitudes are very important. Customer care, the language you use, response, first impression can either enhance your business or throw it out somewhere. Say amen. Sometimes you go to a workplace and the person who is sitting at the front desk, his or her attitude is bad. It's bad. Customer care is bad. Response is bad. Her appearance is bad. It can affect the business. Say amen. I've gone to some hotels in some of our regions. When we got there to check in, they are using broom to sweep the reception. Wah, 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 wah. At 10 o'clock in the morning. Wah, 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 wah. With some big cloth around somebody's chest. Just sweeping. When we wanted to check in, the attitude, the body language, quickly we asked our host, is there another hotel somewhere? Because the appearance was very bad. Are you there? Yeah. Attitude, body language, the way customers are received. That is why Pastor Matthew said something I'll not forget. He said, do not hire somebody you can't fire. Do not hire somebody you cannot fire. So when you hire somebody and the person has a bad attitude, that is why it is in my personal opinion that don't employ relation people into your business. A cousin, a sister, because sometimes they will carry a bad attitude and you can fire them. My sister, my big sister, whatever, and she's at the one at the front desk. She will carry a very bad image and a bad attitude, and you cannot fire your own sister. Because when you fire your own sister or you fire your own auntie, it will be heard all over the village. The whole family will hear it. And the story they will carry. So my wife and I, we made a covenant that this house, our house helped. There will none of our relatives, man. Your relatives are not coming here. My relatives are not coming here. Because my relative will come here and show a bad attitude towards my wife. Hers will come and some two boys came and stayed with that bad attitude. Negative. Say amen. Do not hire somebody you cannot fire. One of my church members went to Bolgatanga to go and sleep in a hotel. And he came to me and said, Daddy, do you know that there is a 5-star hotel in Bolgatanga? I said, oh, it's not possible. In Bolga, it's 2-star or 3-star. I don't know. He said, no. This guy has built a 5-star. He said, my suit had 5 towels, all white. I said, hey. Then he said, that businessman comes to your prayer breakfast. I said, really? Then I need to book some rooms there to go and have some holidays there. Look, Bolgatanga, we know it's in the north, is whatever. But somebody has gone to build a 5-star hotel there. And the hotel is always full. And he was telling me that when you get to the reception, you see that you are well professionally received and checked in. He said the things in the rooms, the things are professional. Right in Bolgatanga there. It is possible. It is possible because right now, what is happening is that unless the person is white, only white people's businesses are thriving. The Africans, it's like we are struggling. There is a shop near where I live. The shop, the owners are white. The workers, 100% are black. The workers are plenty. And the workers are very nice. They are not nice because they want to be nice. They are nice because there's a white man sitting somewhere watching you. On the camera. The guy is sitting, they have elevated a seat at one stage of their shop, and this is what they are doing. They are watching. You see our black people. Hello, you're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. And the least bad attitude, they fire you without warning. That day, they will just come here. They will look at how much they pay you off that day. You are out of your place. They fire. They don't give like second chance. Oh, this is your first one. No, there's not like first or second warning. They fire you just like that. Because of that, when you enter the shop and you are buying, oh, you see that because everybody is standing alert. The queues are long. There are all kinds of people shopping there. And the workers are working, standing. They don't sit, standing, because a white man is watching. What kind of nonsense is that? So can't we have a good attitude if a black man is watching? All the roads being constructed in our country are done, most of them are done by Chinese people. But the people who are carrying the bitumen, the people who are carrying the stones are black. And the Chinese, they are 18, 19, 20, 21 years old. They eat noodles and wearing a big hat by the roadside, and our fathers are working. It's not a shame. That means that we can only work very hard and have a good attitude towards work when a white man is watching. It's a very bad thing. When it is a white man. I used to work at Freedom, Texas. And at Freedom, Texas, we used to produce like some of the materials we are wearing. And there are only 2 Chinese men in the factory. The factory is bigger than this whole place. The factory is from here all the way to the yes. And the factory has 2 entrances, in and out. And the in and out is manned by 2 Chinese men. These Chinese people, when they get that's what they say. I've never seen them do any work. Then they come around as we are working, as we are printing. We are printing large 28,000 meters of one particular cloth. You'll be standing. And I used to pour color on the plate. Then to print. So if you are printing something like this, you see that there's red, there's a light red, there's yellow. Maybe I'll be doing the yellow. So I'll pour yellow. And then to be printing large. You'll be standing. And the guy is one. We, the factory hands, we are like 600, about 800. 2 Chinese men. They are sitting at their table like this. If you sit down, or you move from the collar stand, and there's a printing mistake, when you exit their factory, you won't come back. Because of that, come and see us. The way we work, with our attitude, everything. As soon as we come out, you see our Ghanaian spirit comes. But when we are inside there, we are like Chinese men. We are black skin with Chinese attitude. We work very hard. Two Chinese men. They are the ones who watch over 1,000 workers. And our attitude is prim and proper. So attitude has affected. Go to our ECG office, to some of this ministry, you see attitude. Very bad attitudes. You are going to pay a bill and the person sitting there is not concerned whether you pay the bill or not. You are going to pay a bill from which they will take and pay his or her salary. You are the one going to pay the bill. And you have to, attitude, sluggishness, can't find receipt book. Receipt now, darling, the attitude. Yeah, I've gone to there before. We are waiting because they are having lunch. They are eating. Bad attitude. Let's deprogram ourselves from that program. That it is only the white man that must stand before we have a good attitude towards work. Oh, am I? So that you as the officer must stand as the owner and make sure that things are done. Those who can't conform must shape out, fire people, let them leave the work. If you cannot do it, if you have a bad, when matters are reported, take the criticisms seriously. Say amen. Yeah, take them seriously. When somebody report an attitude of your worker, take it seriously. Unless you don't report a worker, my administrator knows it. I will call you to my office right now. I will call you to my office, and what I will do to you. So most of the negative matter, they don't come to my office. They don't bring it. They will handle it at their level, because they know that when I come in, you'll be very sorry. I will tell her, if I had such a bad attitude towards the ministry, will the ministry be standing for you to come and get a job in it, and now be looking after yourself and your husband and your children? If I was joking with the ministry, will the ministry be standing for you to come and apply for us to pay you, for you to be able to look after your children? It was because there was a certain attitude attitudinal behavior that we used to do the ministry, for which the ministry now is standing, for which you have gotten a job in it, and you are misbehaving. What I will do to you? Most of the things they handle it at the administrative level. They don't let me see it. They don't. Which one? When I'm coming, you see that they're hashing it. They're hashing because they know that when I hear it, they hash a lot of things away from me. Then they handle it. Should it be a white man? There is a white man who has a ministry at East Legon. A lot of black people have gone to join the church because it's a white man who is preaching. See, I hear you. Some other little foxes is lack of diligence. Lack of diligence. Proverbs 22:29, one of the famous scriptures. Proverbs 22:29. Seest thou a man diligent in his business? He shall stand before kings. He shall not stand before men. Seest a man. That word diligence is also being careful, persistent, work, or being very conscientious of your work, assiduous, with rigor, earnestness, diligent, being careful, working with a certain mentality. Say amen. Yeah. Working with a certain mind. Diligent. Seest a man. Diligent, careful, working, packaging, doing, going around his business. That man will stand before kings. When I started ministry, let me tell you something about me. When I started ministry, there were a lot of bigger ministries like ICGC, Victory Bible Church, Grace Outreach, Word of Life, Dr. Azekwe, Springs of Joy. These were the people, Action and Co. These were the ministries that were ministry before we started. So we started like some very young people, whatever. With time, we have been incorporated into what they call the fathers. So when they say the fathers, we who used to be at the bottom have been added to the fathers. Are you there? So that now the government has a certain protocol list of ministers they invite if there is an issue. And they've added our name to that protocol list. Why? Because we are diligent with what we do. So now we stand before kings and not mere men. Diligence with your work can carry. I remember when the late Atamels, the late president, we came here to come and have service. When he came here, the protocol we gave him, when he said, my state protocol must come and learn from you. Yeah. Is it not true? Yeah. He said his protocol. He said, I want my state protocol to come and learn the way you guys have your protocol work. Many churches have come here to learn protocol work. If you go to churches that you see that they are carrying basket, the people, it's all from here. Right from Bogatanga to, this is the standard of protocol. Diligence. Now we are about to take it to another level. So that your business can be very small, but the diligence with which you do the business, it will carry you among the top brass. But lack of diligence, people's attitude, the way you work, you don't deliver. Somebody came for 10 different kinds of materials from my wife to make clothes for her. After some time, I said, honey, what are the clothes? He said, the woman has problems. I said, collect the materials. When we collect the materials, the woman started bringing the materials. And I said, look at it. I will never give you material to sew again. Because you are not diligent with your work. You don't deliver on time. Your packaging is poor. You are full of excuses. Sometimes you must literally kill yourself to make sure that your image out there is okay. Even if you're having family problems, bury the family problems and deliver. Sensitive events. People need to wear something to a certain occasion. Then they come, they see that they have now cut their materials into pieces. Now before they're doing they are sewing. Black material. We are not careful. Dan Morton tailors, he used to work with the white who were sewing for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Dan Morton was working with them. Then the white left, but they trained, because he used to sweep. You know, when they cut the material, you see the one that falls on the ground and everything. So it was Dan Morton who used to sweep, used to sweep the piece and everything. Then they taught him, for his diligence in sweeping, they taught him how to sew. When the white left, he took over the white people's customers and now was sewing. He was the one who used to sew for Kwame Nkrumah those days. He used to sew for ministers, the tunic, suit. When the Morton tailor hangs a suit for you, the pay you pay. He made himself, he made his work so diligent that when the white left, he took over. How diligent are you with the business? You are into real estate. You are into whatever. What you are service delivery. You are to something. How careful. How the packaging. The seriousness with which you are. Your approach. Your appearance. Your body odor. Somebody came to me, wanted to come and say, he said, we want to give your church a package to go to Israel, blah, blah, blah. And he came near me to tell me, the smell that I smelled, immediately I said, I'm not giving you this business. Your body odor alone, you can't take care of yourself. Can you take care of my guests? If you can't take care of you yourself, is it my people that I will give it to you to take to Israel and come? Just the smell from his body alone, I said, no, I'm not giving you this business. Your appearance, your dressing, your packaging, your diligence, the way you present yourself, your language, it's all part. You see, you have prayed, you have prayed already. Your head has been anointed, your hands have been, but because you lack diligence, your work is not moving. Come to work late, leave early. You don't work late. You are always behind deadlines. Always falling behind deadlines. You're always apologizing to customers. Always apologizing to customers. Always apologizing to customers. It's not diligent. A diligent person does not always apologize to customers. You deliver. You what? Deliver. If it means you have to sew all night just to make sure that somebody comes to collect his or her cloth by 6 a.m., do it. Sometimes I'm going to preach, and when I look at the burden of where I am going, sometimes I'm lying down and then sleep will leave me because I haven't captured the meeting in my spirit. There's a way, when I'm going to preach somewhere, there's a way I feel. There's a way I know I'm ready for the sermon. But I'm lying down, I don't feel ready. Then I go to my study. I come to the bed. My wife says, honey, are you okay? I say, I'm okay, but I don't feel the message. I don't feel. There's a way the message must resonate in my spirit that I'm going to deliver it. But I don't have that feeling. I work and stay the night and pray. And then suddenly I see light coming into my spirit. Then I start writing. And I know I'm ready for I'm ready. The people who are coming to listen to me, they don't care what is going on with me, what I have marital problems. All I know is that the Reverend Steve Mensah have been invited. And they have a certain what? Expectation. And sometimes when I'm sitting there, then you see the pastor say that, well, we have a father in the house. We have a great man of God in the house. We have a man who is shaking this nation. We have a man. And the guy is on and on. I'm like, please, can you just, if you don't know what I have been through the whole night, don't know what I've been through, not to be here. And I cannot come and stand there and say, people, I didn't eat well, I had a toothache. And I come and say, I don't care about those things. Deliver. Sunday, before I came to preach this Sunday, only myself and my wife know what I went through. I was Googling salt, I was taking antibiotics, and I was afraid. You see, they stitched my gum. They stitched my gum. So now I'm thinking that because I haven't spoken anywhere. When I open my mouth too much, maybe the stitches will stretch, or that I will bleed in the middle of my sermon. It was a worry to me. I prayed the whole night, Lord, the people are coming to hear your word, not to listen to my problems. When I finished the 2 services, I had igbobio. My gum. What I went through after I finished preaching. It wasn't a small thing for me. But you see, people have come to church. I must deliver. There is a way people know how Reverend Steve Mensah preaches. I cannot lower standards. I have to deliver for the people to go home satisfied that they came to church. And only God knows the diligence I put into my sermon. I read the scripture, I read it again, slept, woke up, prayed the whole of the morning from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. Then took my shower and everything, dressed up, and I came late because my gum. I have to Google salt. I said, Lord, keep this pain and help me preach normal sermon and bless the people. Amen. And I came. And the kind of comments I'm getting is not a small thing. Yeah. It's called what? Diligence. May that be your portion. May that be your story. God bless you. I love you.